Logan and Ultraman have been gone for a while now. I'm starting to get a little worried, honestly.
I know, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, but it shouldn't take that long to reach the Pride Lands with the way they move.
Depends how much trouble they run into.
Or who they run into. Because villains from the undead just keep coming back left and right.
Seems like they always do, don't they?
With Billy all around, yes. Although I don't know how much power this guy has, so that's what worries me.
What worries me is who's going to show up next.
Please don't jinx it. Because you never know who might pop up.
Please don't jinx that.
Very funny. Ugh! Ultraman! Ugh! Logan? What in the world?
They're in line.
How droll. Pathetic.
You're a jumper.
Flyer.
Same thing. Who are you?
You really haven't heard of me?
Sorry, not from where I come from.
How droll.
Isn't it customary? Introduce yourself before you attack your enemies.
I am Infinite. Infinite. The name sounds familiar. You're strong, I'll give you that. However, no one is as strong as Infinite! Don't attack the queens! Fool! Alright, Jackal, round 2. You never learn. The hedgehog can't match me. Makes you think you can.
Oh, you're a friend of Hedgehog.
I am no friend of the hedgehog. This little thing on my chest, it's what gives me my power. You cannot destroy what you cannot touch. The Phantom Ruby's power is nothing that you have dealt with before. Now surrender, or he dies. Now I've gotten your attention. Good, good. My creator wants some of your power, so here I came here.
Who?
Dr. Ivo Robotnik. You might know him as Eggman. However, working for someone as weak as Eggman has slowed me down way too many times. But being at his service to get your power means I will have revenge against Shadow the Hedgehog, personally. But enough about that. Hand over your power source if you know what's good for you.
Power source? You know what a power source is?
No, Queen Icicle.
Me neither.
You're trying my patience. And the one thing you don't want to do is...
You see, I'm not from around here, so I don't have a power source.
You're right. You're from the Hollow Earth. Meaning, if my calculations serve me right, you have the exact power source I'm after. Hollow Earth energy.
Actually, I'm not from the Hollow Earth.
Your lies deceive you.
No, where I come from, it's above the Hollow Earth.
No wonder why Scar King turned your husband into a rampaging, ugly beast.
My husband is dead, and it's unkind to speak of the dead.
Unkind. You dare use those words around someone as powerful as me.
You mean as ugly as you?
Hey, this is a mask, I'll have you know. But enough about the jackal under the mask. You have access to Hollow Earth energy just like Kong, and I demand you hand it over.
Actually, I don't.
Well,
see, that power died when my husband died.
You can't fool me. Now then, now that the nuisance is out of the way, hand over the power, or
I do not have the source you are looking for.
you're almost as naive as the hedgehog.
You think I'm going to give it up to save my friends? I don't have it.
Last chance.
How can I give you something I do not have?
1. 2. Don't move. If you move 1 inch, well, I think you know what happens.
Let him go.
What's the answer?
I don't have what you are looking for.
What's the answer I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. No.
I do not have the power source you are looking for. Do you think if I had it, it would be shown? I would already show it to you?
Not if it's still hidden down in the Hollow Earth, where it rightfully belongs.
I am not from the Hollow Earth. How many times do I have to tell you that?
You are starting to try my patience.
I was a prisoner down in the Hollow Earth. That is it.
That means you have access to Scar King's vaults.
No, I don't.
I'm giving you until the counts of 5.
When you're a prisoner and hanging and chained to the wall, you don't have access to anything.
I wouldn't know. I've been locked in a test tube my entire life. And you think I've had any sort of action in what Eggman has made me do? No. I've been locked in a vault just as you've been locked in chains. But I've worked for my freedom. Maybe if you were smart, you would have done the exact same thing.
Apparently you don't know Scar King like you think you do.
I know that he's a henchman of Belial. He's no king. He is just a mere henchman. Whereas I am Belial's now right-hand man. That is the sole purpose Eggman created me. Not like one of his dumb little machines.
Well, if you wanted the sword so bad, you should have went to the underworld to get it.
I don't tolerate people who backtalk. Now, if you backtalk me one more time, your little friend here is going off the edge. That made you go quiet now, didn't it? Now then, what's it gonna be? You gonna take me to the Hollow Earth? Or do I have to go there myself? Think long and hard about that answer before you do answer. Because I know you like an open book. Eggman used some of your DNA to create me, after all.
I don't know who this egghead is, but I've never heard of him.
I knew that foolish doctor wasn't smart enough to make his name known around the planets like I will. Your attitude is foolish. Now then, I guess I have to take manners into my own hands.
Google Pixel 8a.
1, 2. Round 2, bub. Ugh. Deceiver! You gotta do better than that, than your little illusions. Foolish mortal. You just signed your next defeat. Be lucky you're wearing a helmet, huh? Strong for his size. Anybody else? Now you see the truth about your past. No. Now you will suffer. Stay down, Jackal.
Excel 8A, live translate.
I am sick and tired of your interference. Now, it's time that I show you what I'm capable of. Infinite! No. Impossible. He couldn't have found me. Could he? Chaos Blast! Huh? Stay back, Godzilla. This jackal is mine. Shadow! Chaos Spear! Oh, no, you don't. Over, Infinite. Oh no, Shadow. It has barely begun. Where'd you go? Looks like we have a new ally after all. Stay down. No, this cannot be. You cannot fight Phantom Ruby Energy. There's one thing that can beat the Phantom Ruby Infinite. What? Chaos Emeralds. Should have known. Remember when I mentioned the other day there's someone you kind of have an identity history against?
Mm-hmm.
That's the hedgehog you have a lot in common with. He lost someone just like you did.
Really?
His close friend, Maria. Chaos Spear! Another thing you have in common? You both are worthy warriors.
Ooh, I couldn't see that.
You're testing my patience, Infinite. I expected more. Over, Infinite. Eggman won't win this time. This cannot be. I cannot lose to the likes of you. Well, you just did. Now get lost. He never was the smartest jackal in the bunch. Thanks, Shadow. I didn't do it for you. I did it because that jackal needs to be stopped for everything he's done. Well, still, thanks anyway. Don't get used to it. Not much of a talker.
I can see that.
But if he's going to stick around here, that might not be such a bad thing.
Is he sticking around here?
Shadow goes wherever he thinks Infinite's attack would next be. Or whatever creation Eggman has next.
Who is this Eggman? Is he shaped like an egg? What?
I'm sorry, but Eggman, something Sonic calls him, but his actual name is Dr. Ivo Robotnik. He's a
long name.
He is a scientist that wants to try to take these rocks or these emeralds called Chaos Emeralds. And he wants to try to use them to power his machines.
His machines, he has a lot of them.
Oh yeah, an entire robot army.
Their armies?
And he even has a robotic clone of Sonic that he built personally.
Oh my goodness gracious. This just keeps getting better and better.
And he is ironically related to his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik.
Really?
Ironically enough, Gerald is the one who created Shadow.
Interesting.
So Shadow has history with the Robotnik family. More so than Sonic does. But ironically enough, there was a member of the Robotnik family Shadow grew close to. And her death made Shadow, well, the way he is, really.
So is he an ally? Going to be an ally or trouble?
With him, you never can tell. I'm hoping an ally in a situation like this. But who knows what his motives are with Eggman this time. And as long as he has possession of a Chaos Emerald, he is a force to be reckoned with.
So it shows.
But whatever you do, don't say Maria around Shadow. It's a very poor subject for him.
I can see that.
Because her death, well, he still remembers even though he was contained for like 24 years.
That's a long time.
So if it's anyone who has knowledge about any of Eggman's plans, or any of the Robotniks really, it's gonna be Shadow. And those rings that he wears around his wrist, if he takes them off, he can't control himself. Those rings are...
So you're saying he's going to be an ally?
Yep, as long as he doesn't take off those prohibitor wings. You know, if he does fight by your side in the final battle, whenever that happens against Belial, you two will probably work really good fighting side by side.
Okay, good to know.
If Shadow's here, then who else might be close by? Sonic? No. Sonic never goes where Shadow goes unless Shadow's causing trouble.
They don't get along?
Well, one, Shadow thinks Sonic is like, I guess, a quote-unquote fake hedgehog. I don't know how that... But Shadow and Sonic don't have a really good relationship. The only people he has a good, I guess, connection to were his Team Dark teammates. Which are... Well, I know one's Omega. That's all I know. Man, Jackal did a good amount of damage on everybody.
Yes, he has.
Logan, your leg. Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Ew. I thought my healing factor was bad. Hey, you'll get used to it, bub. Right, you're a mutant. Focus on the task at hand here. Why did Infinite attack when he did? I guess he wants the Hollow Earth energy. Logan, I need you to keep a close eye on Infinite's movements. Already ahead of you, bub. He left for sure. I can't smell him anywhere. Well, that's good to know. We'll track him down. See if you can get his scent, I guess. Already ahead of you, bub. He's gonna be fun to have around.
Why does he call you bub?
Trust me, he calls everyone that.
But is he a human or a dog?
He's a mutant, Mothra.
Okay.
With, I guess, a super sense of smell.
He was sniffing like he was a dog. So who's next? The Lion King?
I doubt they'll get involved in our war, unless it goes to the Pride Lands specifically. Or unless Scar comes back from the living dead, too.
I'm gonna go check on the kids.
So you think Wolverine's gonna be alright out there? He'll be fine, Kong. He has an adamantium skeleton, so he'll be fine. Wait, his skeleton is what his claws are made of? Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be a long week. Yeah, you think? Although, what I'm worried about is Shadow and Wolverine butting heads.
They don't like each other.
They've never met, and because of how similar they are to one another, I'm more worried about them butting heads.
It'd be a great year.
Considering both of them like to be pretty much loners, even though Wolverine has been a part of both the X-Men and
They're all after the same thing, if you noticed.
Hollow Earth energy.
Source. Power source.
Which is the Hollow Earth energy.
So why would they think I have it?
I guess they figured because you were a prisoner of Scar King and you've been in the Hollow Earth longer than Kong has, that you would have it.
And the Ancient One and Wolf they're not safe here.
Why did they come down in the first place?
Because I'm here. Maybe I should leave.
They can leave, but you need to stay, because if we're gonna get a heavy hitter as a villain, we're gonna need you here as a heavy hitter as well. Yeah, that I won't deny. Kong, you're hurt, so you shouldn't even be fighting in the first place. I'll be fine.
No, he's right. You need a heal.
I've taken worse hits.
I know, but still. You should rest some.
Resting is what I don't do. When there's a war to be fought, all I do is fight.
You have to rest in time.
When the war is done, then I'll rest. But until then, no rest for
We're
me.
not in war right now.
It's already begun, and you two can't even see it yet. Belial's already building an army. Therefore, he already declared war. If that's the case, go round up the troops, as many as you can.
Maybe Wolfie and the Ancient One should take the children.
Junior stays here.
Not putting him in danger.
That's what my father would have done with me. Before he was brutally killed by Baggin, which is apparently your husband, mutated.
I'm sorry.
I guess you couldn't control his mutation. Look, I apologize in advance if I was a little harsh with you in the start.
It's understandable. My reputation doesn't precede me much. The frozen ice queen's just here to freeze you.
I mean, no offense, but you did start the first ice age.
I was young. What did I know? Freezing was fun.
But in advance, you did freeze King Ghidorah, so I guess I have to thank you for that part.
I didn't like him, so I froze him.
I'm worried about him coming back from the living dead. That would be my nightmare come true.
Wouldn't it be everybody's?
Mainly mine, because Ghidorah's been targeting me for decades. Shima, go round up as many troops as you can. We're gonna need them. Kong, go with her. You've got it. To be continued.